how can I be grateful? How can that be part of my DNA? How can gratitude and gratefulness be part of my, I was going to say part of my blood. You know what my blood type is? No joke. Be positive. Seriously, that's so funny. Welcome to the EQ Gangster podcast, where you will learn practical tools to grow your mental and emotional health and intelligence to be the best version of yourself, both at work and at home. It is real, raw, and transformational. The journey of emotional growth isn't easy, but it's worth it. I believe in you. This episode is sponsored by Arrowhead Leadership Consulting. What are your organization's biggest pain points right now? Low EQ leaders, weak managers, toxic culture, high turnover, low engagement, leader development, lagging behind company growth, no company career path. Let us know if your organization needs leadership coaching, workshops, training, or keynotes. Visit arrowhead-leadership.com for more details. Arrowhead-leadership.com. EQ Gangsters, hope you all are doing amazing. So this episode is going to be about three lessons, thoughts from my therapist/coach. And the question that initiated it was, I asked him, how does one keep their heart from getting hard and becoming jaded and or bitter? Because in life and in the Bible, a lot of stuff goes sideways when our heart gets hard, when we harden our hearts. Lot of stories and scenarios. And a lot of those are due to emotional stuff. So anyway, that was the impetus to these three thoughts. I am so thankful for sunshine and leaves and trees and pine trees. In fact, on my walk, I'm thankful for walking. There was a storm had recently gone through Texas, the Dallas area, and a lot of Texas. And there was for those of y'all that are on YouTube, can see me hold up a little bit of a pine branch that I pulled off of a downed tree as I was walking by on my walk, because I love to smell the pine. I'm thankful for the smell of pine. I'm thankful for God caring about me, that he cares about the most seemingly insignificant details. Let me give you an example. I'm in need of some new walking shoes, jogging shoes, because mine that I'm currently wearing are getting some holes in the soles. Not urgent. I still have some more miles to put on them. But as I'm unpacking this box, I find a new pair of running shoes that evidently I hadn't worn before or something. And I'm like, wow, God, I didn't even tell you that I would like a new pair of running shoes, or that I was even interested in going to buy some new running shoes. But I had kept probably the last week, I've been looking at my shoes like, it's getting close to time to looking for some new running shoes, buying some new running shoes. And boom, out of nowhere, another one. I literally went to the store a few days ago looking for a longer iPhone charging cord, because I've only got the small little 3-inch, 4-inch charging cables. And I went to Walmart and they're all locked up, right? Because everyone steals stuff. I'm like, I don't have time to go talk to the employee team member. So I'm not gonna worry about it. I'll get one at a gas station or something when I'm on all my travels that I've been doing. And anyway, come home, again, I pull out some random bag that I've got, and there's this 3 foot cable. I'm like, there's no way this would fit my phone because I just got a brand new phone. We've had our old phones for a number of years. We went to go get some newer phones because we could get the update, whatever. And sure enough, it happens to fit my brand new iPhone that I haven't ever bought a 3 foot extension charger for. I'm like, really, God? Like, you care about these minute, insignificant details? I hadn't even asked for it. I hadn't even prayed about it, nothing. And it's like, wow, thank you, God. Like, I, I didn't even think it would be on God's radar. But for whatever reason, me and those insignificant details were on his radar. Like, I'm so thankful for that. I'm thankful for a platform where, you know, I can share lessons that hopefully others can learn from, and learn from my failures and shortcomings and weaknesses and, you know, lessons learned. I'm thankful for Big Max, who edits all this stuff for me. I'm thankful for my awesome family. I'm thankful for the strength of my wife. I'm thankful for my kid who's about to graduate high school. I'm thankful for life's transitions. I'm thankful for the opportunity to work. I'm thankful for the opportunity to learn and grow. I'm thankful for, man, God's grace and his patience and his forgiveness and his mercy and his generosity and his kindness. I'm thankful for fresh air. I'm thankful for birds, the choir of birds. I'm thankful for cold plunging. I'm thankful for deliberate discomfort. I'm thankful for discipline. I'm thankful for hope. I'm thankful for time. I'm thankful for beards. What? So, and yes, I am talking a little quiet because it's the night before I leave on another work trip where I get an opportunity to speak, to connect with and influence and hopefully impact leaders, which is, I'm so humbled and grateful to do this work. But at the night before, every time I travel, I fall asleep for like 2 hours and then I wake up wide awake. So I use that time to pray. I use that time to read the Bible. And if I'm still wide awake, now I'm shooting an episode. So, but it's like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So I'm talking softly. The 3 lessons that I learned from my therapist slash coach slash counselor, he's absolutely bad at the bone. He has got a gift. So after I asked him that question, how does one prevent their heart from getting hard? How do I prevent my heart from getting hard? Because again, it just leads to so much badness and dysfunction when we harden our hearts. In the Bible, God calls it, hard hearts and stiff-necked people. And it happens over and over and over again in so many different people and situations. And in modern times, like me, I've hardened my heart for years. Some of it maybe I was aware of, and I tell you, there was a lot of it that I wasn't aware of. Or maybe like I was aware to a degree, but not to how hard my heart was. That's maybe the way to say it. I was like, oh man, this is lingering. Like I was aware of like some lingering hardness, but I did not know the extent, the severity of the hardness. So that's fascinating. So he said 3 things. Well, he said 2 things, but we talked kind of about 3 things. So the 3 things are gratitude. Not just practicing gratitude, How can I be grateful? How can that be part of my DNA? How can gratitude and gratefulness like be part of my, I was going to say part of my blood. You know what my blood type is? No, no joke. Be positive. Seriously, that's so funny. So shout out to Veterans Guardian. This is one of our clients. They help veterans with their disability get with their, because you need to have a PhD in order to navigate the government's disability program if you got injured during the Army, during your military service. Anyway, Veterans Guardian, awesome company, highly recommend it. So that's the make it part of your DNA. Make gratitude part of who you are. Not, oh, I practice it every now and then. I'm a little grateful. Gratitude, y'all, is a muscle. And this is one of the things I do with my coaching clients. A number of them, not all of them, but a number of them, we practice gratitude. And I tell you, and I'll give you one example. One guy, senior operations leader of a company, we did a 5-minute gratitude exercise. I could give you many stories like this. And I do a lot of these exercises. A lot of the exercises that I have my clients do, I do as well with them because I want to grow and learn also. I want to keep my sword sharp. In 5 minutes, the time was up. I said, okay, go ahead and read through your list. And he had 5 things that he was grateful for. That's awesome. That's great. I had, I think that one was like 48 to 50 things that I was grateful for. And yes, I'm doing a comparison of an extreme example. My point is gratitude is a muscle. I have been practicing gratitude, but I want to take it to the next level. And this guy had not, which again is fine. That's where he was at. And I didn't, he was like, holy cow, dude, I clearly need to work on my gratitude. I want it to become like part of who I am, a core value. And there's a lot of benefits and blessings for becoming and being more grateful. So gratitude, number 1. Number 2 was discipline. How do you keep your heart from being jaded? Gratitude. Number 2, discipline. Which you could argue you can become disciplined at being grateful. There are a lot of ways, right, to be disciplined spiritually. Having a disciplined spiritual life, having a disciplined emotional life, having a disciplined physical life with your physical health, being disciplined in your health and fitness. Socially disciplined, being consistent in connecting with the right tribe, your tribe that hopefully you have developed with intention over time. And or maybe you need to rewire your tribe. So discipline, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, socially, which obviously includes family, right? In that dynamic, being disciplined. How are you intentionally being disciplined with your family? How are you growing, sowing, leading, investing, spending time with your family? Third one, forgiveness. Guaranteed way to develop over time a hardened, jaded heart, bitter heart, unforgiveness. So how can I get better at forgiveness? Who have you not forgiven? And again, forgiveness is for you, not for them. Forgiveness does not release people from their consequences of their behavior or actions. Forgiveness releases that experience, releases you from that experience. And here's something to pay attention to, is the emotion that is attached to the situation that is needing to be forgiven. Because that's what has the teeth in you that makes forgiveness so challenging and difficult, is the emotional wounds, the emotional trauma from that event or experience. So, and here's the analogy that I used. I talked about this on LinkedIn in a different post. I have a post about this episode too, but I have a previous post that was all about just forgiveness. And one of the exercises that I have done over the years is, and recommended it to clients, is, and I do this actually. I'm not a scary movie guy. I don't like scary movies. But if there's like a thriller that's really intense and potentially scary, and literally this is part of my emotional management and emotional control, because I'm still working on it, I will literally shut off the volume. I will mute the sound. And then it's a completely different experience. It removes the teeth from that scariness or that thriller part of the movie. And guess what happens to my emotions? Completely drops almost immediately, literally almost immediately, maybe within seconds. The same effect happens when you are able to process and allow yourself to feel and sit with the emotions from that event that led to the forgiveness even being necessary. Now, here's a spin, a nuance to that forgiveness piece. How good are you at forgiving you? I know that has been probably one of the hardest things, is forgiving myself for the times that I have injured other people, my family, friends, etc. Yeah, that's been very, very hard for me to do. So forgiveness is not just when you are, let's say, injured, but when you injure other people, right? So sometimes others need to be forgiven. Sometimes you need to forgive yourself. Or sometimes you've enabled behavior, which again, I've been all of these. I've been violated. I've been violator. I've been neglector, and therefore need to be forgiven because I've neglected to do something. So that's a nuance. Those three areas are super helpful and important: gratefulness, discipline, and forgiveness. GDF: gratefulness, discipline, and forgiveness. In keeping a malleable and soft heart. Thank you, as always, for letting me be a part of this journey with you. Love to hear from you. Any insights, feedback, please share an episode if you feel like it would resonate with somebody or someone that's struggling with a particular area. Pass this on if you feel like it would be helpful for them as well. Your emotional health and mental health and freedom is so worth going through the tough work of healing in order to become the best version of who God's called you to be.